Sky, so vast is the sky, with faraway clouds just wandering by. Where do they go? Oh, I don't know. Don't know. Wind that speaks to the leaves, telling stories that no one believes. Stories of love belong to you, belong to me. Oh, Gingy, if I only had words, I would say all the beautiful things that I see when you're with me. Oh, my Gingy. Oh, Gingy, like the song of the wind in the trees, that's how my heart is singing, Gingy. Happy Gingy, when you're with me. I love you more each day, yes I do, yes I do. I'd let you go away if you take me with you. Don't you know, Gingy, I'd be running and searching for you like a river that can't find the sea. That would be me without you, my Gingy. I love you more each day, yes I do, yes I do. And I'd let you go away if you take me with you. Don't you know, Gingy, I'll be running and searching for you like a river that can't find the sea. That will be me without you, my Gingy. Oh, Gingy. Oh, 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 ba-da-da, ba-da-da, oh.
Hello, hello, hello. We got some folks in the house. We got lots of folks in the house. Jules is saying hi. Joshua is her papa. And Monique, they're both in the house. Hello, my ladies. If you would like to hear them sing, they're going to have voice lessons on Saturday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you would like to join us, comment below or on the side, and we'll enter you in a drawing for tomorrow. I apologize for yesterday. The world, work is working my nerves. Folks keep coming for me, and I'm having to let them know you cannot come for me. Right. And they think that I'm playing because I'm a real nice person. Um, no, they know that I'm kind, and they think that I'm also nice. I'm not nice. I'm only kind. And I will take good care of you, but I will take care of me first. And they don't understand that. And so people have been nipping at me and nipping at me. And I had to like put that smack down that, of course, not physical, like it's all emails, right? Like to let them know, stop messing with me. So, and it's, I've had person after person after person this year continue to mess with me. But the universe is trying to tell me, Omega, take care of yourself. Don't allow your kindness to interfere with your own mental well-being. And so I had to take um, Tuesday and Wednesday off. But we're back on schedule. We're back on track. And today we are talking about our vowel sounds. Where are my notes? Because I don't want to miss anything. Because vowels are super, super, super important. Okay, so here we go. Welcome to Learn to Sing with Omega. I'm Omega, singer, songwriter, and music education specialist. Learn to Sing has singing lessons, music lessons, pro tips, and tricks to help you to become a better singer. Hit those high notes, nail those low notes, belt it out, and hold it longer. I'm here to help. In a supportive community, I turn people into singers, singers into musicians, musicians into professionals. I teach the mechanics of singing and music theory to help you find your voice so that you can sing your song. Today, we're diving into vocal techniques for singing vowels, A, E, I, O, and U, so that you can have clear diction and resonance, right? Because if you're not forming the shape properly, it's like a broken trumpet. It'll still make a sound, but is it pretty? Is it interesting? Though you could, tarnish a trumpet and it'll give you a deeper, darker, richer sound, but the shape of the bell of the trumpet, which is the mouth of the trumpet, has to be intact. That has to be in its perfect shape. And the tubes leading up to the bell of the trumpet have to be in shape for it to sound like a trumpet. Right? So, your mouth is the bell of your ball. Your mouth, your lips, your teeth, your tongue, all of that is what shapes the breath that comes from your lungs. Because remember, we talked about previously that your diaphragm constricts, it flattens so that it lifts your rib cages to pull in the air. And then as you release, you're slowly holding your diaphragm up so that all of your air isn't coming out at once. And then it goes up through your voice box into your mouth. Once it's inside your mouth, you have to decide what shape you're going to make to color the sound that you make, right? So let's start with the letter A. When you think about the A, think about an open, relaxed mouth. Okay. And so we'll start with a really dark letter, ah, or dark sound. Ah, as in father. The sound should feel open and coming from the back of the mouth while allowing the air to flow freely. Ah. Okay, you don't want ah. That's ah. You don't want to raise your tongue. Your tongue needs to be flat. Ah. You see that little dip in my tongue? To get a really good sense of your vowels, look at a mirror or look at your face in a camera. Ah, ah, ah. You want all of that space. You've got molars in the back of your teeth. Your back teeth need to be separated for the ah. Ah, ah, not ah. Saying like this is not helpful. No one wants to hear you. No one wants to hear you sing with clenched teeth. You need to open ah, ah, ah. Your lips are soft. Ah. But the vowel shape has got nothing really to do with anything other than opening up your mouth. Ah, ah, ah. And so we call that a vertical openness, right? As opposed to which is horizontal. We don't want horizontal when we're singing. We need light, soft lips. And so we want it to go up and down as opposed to side to side. Now, the difference between the long A and the short A, and the long A, 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 A is the long A sound, and then the is the short A sound, is the position of the tongue. And A. Your tongue comes up in the back. It's still in the back of the mouth, but A and ah, A, ah, A, ah, A, ah. I'm not moving my jaws. A, ah. No, you don't need to do all that. Ah, eh, ah, eh. Now, please understand, the long A sound is a diphthong, which means it's got two sounds. A. It has the E sound, the long E sound in there as well. But you're not going to come to the E until the very end. So if you're singing what's something A, you're only going to give the E sound of the A at the very last moment. I can't think of a single word with A. I think of amazing. That's not A. A. A, come here. But that's not a song, is it? Nope. A, ah. But they don't even go to the E sound, even though they're saying A. Because the E in the long A sound is not important. It's a throwaway. It's just a, okay? So don't give that too much energy. Focus on the A. Only when you close it do you go to the E sound, okay? And remember, a diphthong has two sounds. You're going to hold the first sound until the very last moment to throw away the second sound. And try alternating between the two. Ah, eh, ah, eh, ah, eh. The only difference is the tongue. Your lips are not moving, your molars are not moving, your jaws are not moving, just the tongue. Eh, ah, eh, ah. Okay, so let's move on to the E and the I sound. Those are in the front of the mouth. E gives you the most resonance. You're going to feel that all in here. Okay. And to sing the E as in the word see, let the sound resonate in front of your mouth. This allows for a clear, bright tone that cuts through everything beautifully. So if I'm trying to sing a song and it's very dark, I'll sing the melody on the E and then I'll put the words on there, right? Like the exercise number 3 that we do. Wah, ee, ah. The second half of that exercise is brighter because I sing the E. The oo is also in that same space, which helps that first half. But oo is not as bright as E. E is the most brilliant, the most bright, the most forward, which is why the second half is brighter than the first half. But you want to work on that exercise to get all of the sounds to be in the same place and the same sound. Also in that same place is the long I sound, as in high. High is also a diphthong, meaning that it's got two sounds. High. It's got the E at the end, but it starts with the ah. I. And you don't want to chew it. You want to make sure that it's I, that you're moving your tongue to get from the in the back to the E. I. When you're speaking, it's not even a thing. I am this, I am that. it's very easy, very natural. But when you're singing, because the words are exaggerated, you have to be more controlled. And so it's a lot if you want to be understood, if you do it intentionally, it's going to be beautiful and everyone's going to understand what you're talking about. So you got to practice those vowels. The vowels are especially the diphthongs that you release on the second sound. I. I only lifted my tongue for the E sound, the second of the two sounds, just when I was finished. I didn't say I, because that's more E than I. I is I, not I. Right. And so a lot of times people will clamp down on the second of the two sounds, and then you're not clear. People are like, what are they saying? Right? So make sure that you hold the I. You only give the E at the very last moment. But if you practice that exercise number 3 with the ooh, ah, ee, ah, you're already using the front of your palate. And remember, when you're practicing, to keep the sound smooth and connected and release the E sound at the very, very end. Okay, the last set of vowels are the O and the U. This requires for you to have a very round mouth shape, right? The ah and the eh, they're in the back of your mouth, right? And you have a lot of space. But with the oo and the u, with the o and the u, your lips are much closer together, but you still have to have space with your molars. O, ooh, o, ooh, o, ooh. So it's all about the lips, but you still have to have space. This is not ooh, 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 ooh. That's not very clear. O, ooh, o, ooh, o, ooh, o, ooh. There has to be space in between your teeth. Um, okay, so when you're making your O sound, like in the word go, make your lips round and feel like it's filling the whole mouth. O. And slightly maybe lift your eyebrows. O, O, O. And then for the U sound, as in blue, it's even more round. Ooh, O, ooh, O, ooh, O, ooh. Make sure that your jaws are relaxed and there's no tension. And try to resonate the sound in your chest. Ooh, ooh, oh, ooh. These are nice, dark, juicy, warm vowel sounds. Okay, so finally, think of think of your mouth as like an artist palette. And so you've got warm colors over here, you've got cool colors over here, and then you've got colors in the middle that are mixed. So in the back of your mouth, you've got the O and the ah. They need the most amount of space in the back of your mouth. O, ah. In the front of your mouth, where your teeth are, you've got the E and the oo. E, oo, E, oo. And so there's a less space in between your teeth. In the middle, in between less space and more space, is the and the ah. That's in the middle. Okay. So if your song needs something, if your notes are really low, you might want to practice using E and ooh. Ooh, ee. If you want something really bright, if it's dark. But if something is too bright and too nasally and you want to pull it back and you want to make it darker, you would probably do it on oh, ooh, oh. Those are very dark, even though it's a high note. It still feels thicker as opposed to E, I. Excuse me. E, I. You want high notes to feel warm. You want low notes to feel full. You don't want it all to be, you want to paint them according to the mood of the song. So if the song is very bright and poppy and you're singing R&B, that doesn't really matter. But if you're singing art songs or classical songs or conceptual music, you want to use these colors to affect your music. Also, if English is not your first language or a native tongue, one of the languages you speak from birth, being able to dissect how and when you're going to use vowels will determine what part of English you're going to use. Are you going to use a British English? Because they use their vowels are close to our American vowels, but they're different. Because I promise you, I went to England the first time I was living in Germany. My ex-husband and I, now he spoke German for much longer than I did, but he's from New York. And I grew up in Los Angeles, though I'm from South Carolina. South Carolina. Because South Carolina has a different, right? Each part of the world has a different way of speaking English. But I didn't really realize that until I went to England. And we had been sightseeing all day. We were tired. We were walking. We finally got something to eat in a terrible restaurant. Like if you want to eat good food, you better go to one of the ethnic restaurants where you're going to have Indian, Chinese, anything other than British food. It's heinous. Anyway, but we're in an Indian restaurant, but it wasn't that good. And we're like, "Can we get some water?" And they were like, "What?" I was like, "Water. We've been walking around all day." And they were like, they had no idea what we're talking about. Just real jerks, just nasty, being like clearly we were famished, we were hungry, we were thirsty, we were tired, and they had no idea what water was. And finally, my ex-husband was like, H2O? Oh, you want water? Anyway, making sure that you pronounce your words clearly while you're singing will make or break your song. It's super important that people understand. Well, okay. Anita Baker is one of my favorite singers. And I bought her first couple of albums just to know what she was talking about. Had no idea. So it's not super important, but it's important at the same time because she's all about the melody and she's just an open heart, right? And so you don't necessarily have to know the words to feel what she's feeling. Like she puts the feeling inside your body. Um, but if the words of your songs are important, then pronunciation is very important, right? But there's a time and place for everything. You just make sure you sound like you. You want your words to sound like you. You need to make sure that you convey the messages that you need to convey. Anyway, I'm rambling. But if you're ready to unlock the vocal potential within you, within the power of your vowels, follow Learn to Sing for more tips and tricks. And don't forget to visit omegabone.com to join our amazing amazing community. I'm looking forward to hearing you sing your song. And don't forget, if you would like to join us live on YouTube on Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern, make sure that you comment below. Jean and I will go through all the comments on any of the videos. If we see a comment for any of the videos in the month of October, on every Friday, we'll do a drawing. And you can be entered to join us live. We've got Jules and Monique going to sing, and you can be our third guest. Okay. So, also, we're up to 35 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I love it. But my loves, it's good that you're subscribing, but you can't be a singer if you don't sing. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't say that I'm teaching, like, as if I'm not teaching, but I have a full-time job teaching music, right? So I'm a teacher, whether I'm teaching online or not. But you can't be a teacher if you're not teaching. You can't be a singer if you're not singing. You can't be a writer if you're not writing, right? You got to do it. And the worst that can happen is that you don't sound your best. And that's your baseline. That's your starting point. You got it. Because I promise you, if you go back to Omega Bone channel on YouTube and you look at the first video, camera was terrible, lighting was terrible, didn't know what I was doing. All I knew is how to sing. And so I knew I was already a music teacher. And so I was just talking, right? I was nursing. I can't remember if I was nursing my son or my daughter. I was probably nursing my daughter. And I was just teaching myself how to sing because I needed to get back to work. And I didn't have a teaching credential that would work in Germany. So I had to start working as a singer. And so that's what those first YouTube videos were about, were me relearning all the things that I had learned in college. So then I became a YouTuber, right? Got into the partner program and was making money and doing gigs on the side, and right. And then I had to run away from my ex-husband because he's crazy. But that's another story. So you have to be about the business. Come on in, sign up, come sing with us. Okay. I will help you. I will hold your hand through the whole thing. So anyway, my loves, I will see you guys tomorrow with another instructional video, and then we will go live with Monique and Jules and our special guest for the week. All right. Cheers. See you guys tomorrow.